Are you looking for medical advice or expert opinions?
If so, this is not the podcast for you.
I'm Amy.
And I'm Ben, and we're the parents of 4 fantastic children who know just how to push our buttons.
Poor Parenting is a collection of stories from our experiences, our friends, and our listeners of the crazy stuff that parents go through every day.
Let's hang out and share a drink.
Subscribe.
I want to talk about the fact that I can't keep food in this house. When I went to bed last night, there were 4 rolls.
Yep, 4 rolls.
I'm going to have an egg sandwich tomorrow
Ooh.
for breakfast. Actually, the worst part was I already had the eggs on the stove, so they were cooking.
Ooh.
And then I go and open the pantry, and the rolls are gone.
This is something that you should already be super familiar with.
No, and I'm sure every other parent in the world goes through this.
Yeah.
But I feel like it happens an awful lot in this house. We can't keep anything in the house that's a flavored drink or the good Pop-Tarts or
Chips.
I learned to love plain potato chips because all of the kids hate them. And I know that if I buy plain potato chips, there's always something salty in the house that I can eat.
It's hilarious. and you know what? No, let me give some backstory though. We have a padlock that Ben put on our pantry door. So not only do we do crazy shopping at times because there's 6 people in our house, we have 4 kids and 3 boys, and we always have a ton of food in our house, and it always seems to be that one thing that you want.
Yeah, like you buy, you know when you go food shopping and you buy something that's just like, oh, I'm gonna have this later, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And then you get home, you put it all away, and then you're kind of like, oh, I forgot about it. And then the next day, you're like, oh, I remember I just bought that. And
then you wonder where you put it because it's gone.
Well, we all have hiding spots too.
Your entire office is a hiding spot.
Yeah, that's true.
You hide everything in there. Thank God you hide the Cheez-Its because they disappear in this house.
Yeah, gummy bears and Cheez-Its, always a staple in.
And the kids can sniff them out. I mean, we've hid stuff in the laundry room closet on the top shelf, and they sniff it out like they know where the food is. They're like animals.
Yeah, but they're also, like, you do learn their tricks, too. You know, like, if it's not right in front of them, they're not going to get it.
Oh, that's Julianne, 100%.
Yeah, so, like, I'll hide the good juice in the back of the refrigerator behind something else.
It'll be there for 3 months.
Yeah, and then, or, like, I'll hide something in like, just, like, some kind of boxed food. I'll put it behind that, you know, like.
They're never going to move anything in the front layer, right? Just whatever they can see at a quick glance is what they go for.
Yep.
That's why we got to hide all the good stuff. But even leftovers. I mean, you've had times where you've made an amazing dinner, and we know Jay's coming home late from work, and we know he's going to dig in. Then the next day we go to get literally gone.
Gone.
I don't even know where it goes. And there's so much leftovers. You wonder how one child could eat that.
Yeah.
Right?
4 hoagie rolls.
Yeah. First of all, I don't think it was 4. I do think I had 2 of those little rolls with dinner that you made.
There was an 8-pack. It was an 8-pack. I physically put 4 rolls in that pantry at 10 o'clock at night.
Wow. I don't know. Well, there goes your egg sandwich. What'd you do with the eggs? You just ate them?
No, I just toasted regular bread. But
burn.
I know. I wanted the damn like hoagie roll with the eggs on it.
They were good rolls too.
I know. I really like them. And I went to bed dreaming about my breakfast tomorrow. Like, oh, I'm going to have a good breakfast.
Oh, my God. And then there's times where you have food in the house that sits in the pantry for months and months and months. And you're like, then the kids are, we don't have any food.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Too fucking lazy.
They don't want to cook it, right? They don't want to cook it. Oh, I don't like that kind. Oh, I want this kind. They're just.
But, you know what the shitty part about that is, though, is that, like, other than Cooper, I have trained the other 3 how to cook. Yeah. They can all cook.
Yes. So what is that? Why does that make that shitty?
Because
your
food
disappears quicker.
They're friggin' lazy. Well, that too. Well, some of the good food does disappear quicker because they do realize how to cook. Mm-hmm. I trained the boys how to use the grill. Now they just cook cheeseburgers whenever they feel like it.
Cheeseburgers are expensive too. Oh my God, you spend like what, $17?
Yeah, but that's when you get the case.
Oh
But
my
like, I
gosh,
think
but
they're like $7 or $8 when you buy like the 12-pack or whatever.
but we even grill in the fall. We grill all the way through the winter.
Oh,
So the boys will go
we'll
out.
grill all year long.
Exactly. Yeah. So the
Yeah.
boys will go out. To your point, you'll get a whole box of, and then when we actually go to cook a meal for the family,
Yeah,
then you don't have enough cheeseburgers.
I get burned on that one a lot. I have a refrigerator in my office because I don't want the kids to touch my stuff.
So true. It's true, folks. He's got a refrigerator in his office. That's where our cans of soda were. Actually, what, 2 weeks ago, you were like, there's soda slowly disappearing.
Yeah, well, because I don't drink soda a lot,
No,
and
but they're slick.
yeah,
They don't take like one or two every day.
they'll take one every like third
It
day.
trickles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they think you don't notice. And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden you're down to like 3 when you just had 10 in there like 2 weeks ago.
I liked it the other day. I came home when I walked in the kitchen, and there was on the counter 5 or 6 cans of Coke, like empty cans of Coke.
Wow.
Yeah. And I said, "Oh, hey, I guess a mom really went on a Coke tear today."
Coke binge.
Yeah.
That's what I do on a random
And
Thursday.
Yeah, and then I'm like, "Oh, hey, look at that." And
What was it just a couple of weeks ago? I was freaking out that what I wanted was gone. I called them all down and I said, "Who ate it?" And they all pointed fingers at each other.
the Little Debbie cosmic brownies,
Oh, yeah, they're so
the ones with the little spark, the
sprinkles.
whatever those.
God, anything
things are.
chocolate with the word brownie in it. It's my best friend. I get it. God, it's so disappointing in that moment too, because you're like, what the F?
Yeah.
I just really wanted that. Darn it. I guess that's what you get for having kids. Have kids, it's fun.
I would assume that everybody goes through it, and I'd love to hear what everybody else does for hiding places and how to keep food in the house.
Yeah, seriously.
Because-
Ooh, you know what I think? What about the families that like their kids have to ask for a snack? We've tried that rule too. We've tried that, which is why
Yeah.
there's a padlock.
No, well, because then they start sneaking food,
Yeah. Oh my God. And, then it stuffs
gets
in their dresser.
room. I had to wrestle the dog out of Jason's bedroom the other day because Jason had an entire Chick-fil-A store underneath of his bed.
Only our child. That's not true, actually.
I
It's probably every teenage boy.
I had
but-
to wrestle a 60-pound pit bull from underneath the bed.
Oh my God. This is why he
It
doesn't have a
was
door.
Funny, it was terrible.
It's why he doesn't have a door in his room, because he was hiding food. But to your point, we try to put the lock on. We've tried this.
Yeah.
We've put the lock on. We've told everybody no snacks after 7. But then they sneak. I mean, Cooper is 6 years old. He used to think it was funny. The next morning he would wake up and say, "Guess what we did?"
We snuck snacks.
Yeah, we snuck snacks. It was like the biggest thing at 6 years old. That's like the biggest prank ever to play on your family, apparently.
Yeah.
But but you're right. They sneak it.
Yeah, and I mean, I know I did it when I was younger, and I can remember having conversations with my dad. I remember my dad would get I think he would buy grape juice, I think it was, and he would put his name on it. And
Ah.
he would put his name on it, and we weren't allowed to touch it.
I feel like old people do that. Put their name on grape juice. Doesn't that happen in like nursing homes? Just saying.
I thought that was prune juice.
Oh yeah, duh. Look, I've had a lot of cranberry and vodka. Okay, prune juice, grape juice, it's all friggin'
Yeah.
same at this point. You could dump some of that shit right in here with this vodka. I'll drink it. Oh my goodness, we're poor parents right now. Every day, Jason comes home to Wawa. He doesn't
He's gonna be a poor kid,
He's
let
it's-
alone a poor parent. He's just
Agreed.
gonna be broke.
Well, hopefully that's one less kid that's taking food out of our pantries. So, but I don't know if he's the one that ate the rolls, because he was the one that came in last. If you put them away at 10, he came home from work. I can only assume he came in and made some sandwiches.
I would assume the same
Right?
thing. Well, you said there was no turkey, and I just opened that turkey the other day.
It's just a shit ton of lunch meat in this house.
Yeah, but that turkey that you said, who put an empty thing of turkey back in the?
There
in
was
the
50 slices of lunch meat.
I literally just opened that Tuesday,
Wow.
or 4 hoagies. Did you eat the?
And you did not have an egg sandwich the next morning.
I did have an egg sandwich, but it was a. It
Oh,
was,
on toast.
it
That's
was
right.
on toast.
And this is why we drink. Our kids drive us to drink. This is a very poor parenting moment because this is also why our food bill is so high. We got to budget in $600 for food every month, if not more. That's crazy.
I have a pint of ice cream in my freezer in my office.
That you've been hiding.
No, I haven't been hiding it. And it's funny because I bought it specifically to have it like that night. And Benjamin saw it
Oh,
when
boy.
I pulled it out of the car when I got home from the store, and he knew that I had ice cream. So he keeps asking me, "Can I have that ice cream?" I like purposely haven't opened this ice cream just to torment him.
Oh my God, that's so wonderful.
He goes, "Can I have some of that ice cream?" I'm like, "No, that's mine." He's like, "Are you gonna eat it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, eventually."
Oh, and his shoulders slump down, and he's like, "Oh,"
Even-
he's so
I'll-
defeated,
I'm
right?
gonna have it eventually. Like
Oh.
I've purposely, it's been in there for probably a month now, and I haven't touched it.
Listen, an ice cream does not last in our house. So the fact that he even knows it's there and it hasn't been opened, that is uncommon in our house. I mean, we
Well,
we can go
they
for ice
know
cream
not
like
to go
crazy.
in my office.
Wow.
Cooper's the only one that I have to constantly remind stay out of my stuff.
Oh, and Cooper can sniff out the hiding places.
Mm-hmm.
That kid's like a dog that needs a bone. He just knows where they are. He finds your gummy bears all the time.
I just moved them. They're locked up now.
See, we have to lock stuff up.
He ain't
That's
getting
terrible.
'em. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. We're poor parents that we don't want to share more with our children, but honestly, I'm stingy. I'm done. Right? I mean, like we
No,
we
it's
buy
not
them
that
so
I-
much crap.
It's not that I don't want to share. No, it is. I don't. I wouldn't mind sharing.
I don't want to share.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind sharing if they only ate like a couple. But instead, they'll inhale an entire tray of cookies. And I'll be like, "Oh, I only wanted 2.
I wonder how we were growing up. Did we do the same thing? I can't
I'm
wait for my
sure-
mother to
I'm
listen
sure
to this.
we did, and I'm sure my dad will say, "Jesus, I remember arguing and fighting about the same thing." You know. And but boys will kill you.
Oh, I know.
They'll eat out of
They
house and home.
never stop eating.
Especially if they're teenagers. Like once they hit 10,
Is it just the metabolism? Like,
it
that's
has
it,
to,
right?
It has to be.
Oh
I
my
don't
gosh,
know.
it never ends. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Poor Parenting. If you have moments that have you scratching your head, screaming, smiling, and swearing at your kids, visit our website at poorparenting.live, where you could even be a guest on our show. Until then, cheers from Ben and Amy.